What's up? Sorry, I got sidetracked. What's up? I think we get sidetracked again. I think somebody's coming up the driveway. Or not. Saw the light flash across the roof. Which usually means there's a, windshield coming up the driveway. And I got UPS coming to take some stuff away. And I gotta fix the llama core. Because I had a bad wire. Making the wires late at night when I was tired. And it was one of the first ones I did, and I wasn't very good, and blah, 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 whine's the little bitch mode. I gotta make a motor wire over because it worked fine yesterday. And then I added some fans and stuff and moved it around, and one of them, it seems, broke free. I'm not even gonna clean the plug or try and fix it. I'm just gonna remake the wire because I know what I did wrong. I do. I just made a bad wire. That's what I did. So, let's make it again. But better this time. And there's plenty of wire here. I actually got too much, so it's a good motor. And I know it's this motor because it wasn't spinning. So it's a good motor to have to redo because it's got plenty of wire on it. It's got too much wire on it. So let's redo it. And when I did it, I didn't have a good connection on the green wire, and it broke free. It broke. So we will do it again and make it much nicer this time. Because I'm actually getting much better at making these wires too. Experience, I guess. After you do it a couple hundred times, you get pretty good at it. So what are you guys up to? What's up, John, Mac, and Vince? Anyone want to jump in? Are you working, Vince? You haven't been on stream in a while. Come jump in if you're not working. And cryptolators. This is the part I hate doing because I'm left-handed, and these things are kind of, I know they're really not, but they're kind of left-handed situated, or right-handed situated. And plus I'm old and blind and can't see what the hell I'm doing. And I'm not really good at tiny things. I'm definitely getting better at this. That's a nice crump. Much better. Look at that. First time. What's up, Chris? Anybody want to jump in? I already posted it on the stream. Just scroll up. This one's got wires dangling all over the place. Yeah, it went to print. Started printing in the all of a sudden the motor started buzzing really loud and cut out altogether, and the thing was only going diagonally. And this motor was dead. And at first I was like, oh crap, another bad driver. But I've been playing with the fans and stuff, which is right next to this motor and plug. And I started wiggling it, and the green wire came loose. I was like, well, that would explain a lot. So, my security panels. So, guess I'm not finding that one. Security panel cellular module. What a pain in my ass. Well, yeah, I can imagine it was because I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Actually, I kind of have an idea. Okay, what's going on here? I haven't printed hard enough yet. Or did it just sidetrack? Looks like it's sidetracked. I'm using up my cheapo ones first. They actually work pretty well. Yeah, Ring for alarm. My boss had the Ring when I worked for him over here next door. I did not like that thing. For one, the batteries kept cutting out. It was a little too sensitive. The wind frickin' blew wrong, and the leaves would set it off. It just seemed like it was more of a pain in the butt than it was worth. That looky good. So one more, and then put it together. Yeah, there was nothing wrong with it other than it was just more of a pain in the ass. I never really liked the Rings. I don't like any of that crap anyways. It just seems like overkill to me. I mean, I could see it if I was living in a different location, but for us here, there's no need for that. I'm not like in a city or anything. Most people don't even know this house is up here in the woods, in the middle of the swamps. So it's not like. Well, it's funny because the Amazon driver has discovered my neighbor's house, who's actually on Woodwood Lane, is actually closer to my driveway. And he knows they're in the back door all the time because they come up here a lot. So I can do that with the Wyze for $20. The Wyze has motion detection and people mode and all that, and it's $20. Although they did just change their software or some crap. I just don't need any of that. I had the Wyze when my father was, kind of was wandering off, and it would set off every time he'd walk out. It would recognize him and say, "Hey, Dad's moving. Go catch him." All right. I got 4 pins. None of them feel like they're pulling off. Hopefully they're all connected. It's hard to freaking get a good connection because the wiring is so minute. But let's try it. And that's the old pin, which I will have to pull the buckets out of later. Pins, wires. Let's see. It is black, green, black, green, okay, why aren't you going in there and walking? You've gone in. There it goes. Black, green. I am doing it to the right side, right? Yep. Black, green, blue, red. Because they're all the same, but the extruder, which is a different motor. That's E3D's motor. Black, green, blue. Come on, blue. What's your issue, blue? Here we go. And red. Red went right in there. And my print just finished. And that should pop right in there. I actually did a somewhat neat wiring. Let's fire it up and make sure it works. Well, we come over here and pop this out, which is a tiny little nothing. And someday I might even explain what it is. I don't know why I just threw those on the floor, because that was kind of dumb. But then, I'm not the brightest person in the world. Monkey, what's up, dude? Got a buttload of polyalchemy this morning, I see, or last night, or whenever you got it. Is this going to work? Or do I need to open it up some more? Oh no, that'll work. Sort of. Let's not cut myself. Yeah, I can make that work. A holder for utility blades, but there's more to it than that. What do you mind? I got chat half off. What else is in here? John, Chris, Vince, Dave from Dave FL. I'm assuming that's Dave from Florida. How's Dave going? The SKR install wasn't all that bad. I should be showing you what I'm doing over here. Huh? I was probably yakking away and you guys couldn't even see me. Who wants to jump in? Somebody jump in. Actually, I don't even think I need a copy because I think it's still in my cache thing. I should make that a little thinner so I can pop it out again easier. Let's see if this thing will move without freaking making a racket. Because it was making a racket. And control. And move. And X. And they're both turning. And it's not vibrating and making funny noises. Let's see what happens when I home it. Ah, you bitch. Why is the Z vibrating now? Gosh darn it. I heard somebody pop in. It's a monkey with XSplit.
It's loading. I don't know what it's doing. There
it is. There's a monkey. Ah, boy.
Break. Let's go. Break it.
I just did the Z is... I didn't even make the plug for Z. The plug for Z is its own plug. It's a pre-made plug. Well, that explains it. It's not in the hole. I guess I got to make a plug. It's one of those black style plugs. They're not the white JST. It's the black flat plug.
DuPont connector.
DuPont. I guess that popped out because that's why the Z just went berserk. Because I bet now. Yeah, now it's fine. So it must have vibrated loose, or I pulled it loose playing with the other wires.
If you need to, just put a dab of hot glue on the DuPont connector and stick it in. Like,
yeah,
as long as there's a little hot glue in the hole, it'll hold it in. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I know you can't really see it, but for once in my life, there's actually a halfway neatly laid out wiring in there.
Wow.
Honestly, that's why it took me so long. Is because I made plugs and I plugged them in. And I was like, oh, that wire's too long or that wire's too short. So I either replace the wire or replace the plug. I probably have rewired this thing like 4 times since I started.
And when are you going to move the screen so it's not on the back of the printer?
I got to get a cable. That's all. Right now, it's actually better on the back because I can see it while I'm working on it. But yeah, I just got to get some long cables. I may just put it on the side because I actually, when I'm using it, I have it that way.
think it fits the table pretty good that way, though.
Well, it's square, so I can rotate it any way I want.
Oh, is it? It looks almost elongated. Okay.
No, it's perfectly square. It's 500 square exterior frame.
Nice. This is.
The camera does not do it justice, but I know what it is.
No, I know, and it's crazy.
It's the polyalchemy like copper, huh? It is gorgeous stuff.
Look at that. That is just
Oh, now what?
the light.
Call from Sharon CT. You know what the call from Sharon CT is? Please vote for.
Can we consider your vote for Mr. Somebody
Too late, I already
Somebody?
voted. I did my mail-in voting like 2 weeks ago.
Good for you.
I kind of had to with where I care for. You know, I have the CC3D. I have CC3D and TTYT, which is another no-name Amazon silk metal, and they're both really nice, actually.
So I love my AMZ 3D filament overall, but they also have some really amazing silks.
AMZ.
This AMZ 3D, yeah.
I think that's an Amazon company too, isn't it? I think I've heard of them.
They sell on Amazon, yeah. This
That's
one's
what
more
I meant.
reddish. You know what? Hang on. Let me grab the other sample.
Oh, by the way, you guys are serious dicks with your whole picking on llama last night.
I didn't pick on llama.
Yeah, you did.
I said
Matter of fact,
stop
one of
picking
them-
on
One of
llama.
them was you.
I
What
said,
you don't
hey guys,
realize is
stop
I was
picking on
actually
llama.
watching.
I said stop picking on llama.
Y'all kept picking on llama. I was actually watching last night. I was just doing other stuff, so I never got on the stream.
Okay, so
It was funny.
this is. Hang on. Stupid
The
thing.
one Zolan posted this morning was the funniest, actually. It was zooming, and then you moved again.
There
it
you
is.
go. So that's AMZ 3D silk copper. Okay.
Which is a little browner, I guess I'd say, in color.
This is
That's kind of
the.
more orange.
So there's definitely a more reddish tone,
Yeah, it almost looks orange, but yeah, red.
right? There's a little bit more reddish to this.
I like them
This,
both.
this thing's freaking nice. Oh yeah, no, I love them both. Like I even made my little my pen holder for my
Yeah.
pens are all made out
I
of
did
that silk
some
copper. Because
coppery stuff.
you're not. But
I like the silks. I think they look cool. But again, my problem was, you were saying, oh, the polyalchemy, the photo. I have polyalchemy from way back. Some of the rolls are probably like 3 years old. And it's just like any of those fancy filaments. You buy it because you want to use it, but you never use it because you wait for
know.
that special thing.
know. So I've been told to stop doing that,
Yep.
and I've been told that I just need to use it. So I'm finally going to break into the 2 rolls that I have that I got from Tanny like 2 years ago almost. it seems
Yeah.
like
Which one's
the-
the blue?
Nightshade and Emerald
Oh,
City.
dude, that is such a beautiful color when you print it.
Oh no, llama. I'm gonna show you because I like you.
Liar. You hate me. Which one's that?
Potion Purple.
Potion purple?
Oh, dude, it is. It's a
They
new
had
one. It's a new one, and it's on their website. Take a look. And it is so where Nightshade has that really nice dark richness. Potion Purple has like a light,
'cause I
like
got
more
2 of them.
lilac. I don't know. It's really wish these cameras were better. You know.
That's the nightshade, which you probably can't see because it's too dark in here.
Right. So take the Nightshade and lighten it up by like 5 shades.
And this is the purple rain.
Yeah. So it's somewhere in between
It's
Purple
kinda in
Rain
between,
and
huh?
Potion. Yeah, it's nice. And I was thinking
I
about
like
Purple
the
Rain, and I
Nightshade.
was like, no, you know what? That's But I got some really nice colors here, dude. I got
I got a buttload of polyalchemy. These are all my polyalchemies.
they are. I've like coveted this stuff for years.
This is what I got
So-
left. I bought this like at Earth the very first year. What 2000?
Ocean purple.
Just after Earth.
Alpha
I
brass.
really, you know what got me on polyalchemy was this emerald green. It is just amazing.
Yeah, that Emerald City I got sitting here too. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do something with it
And
for
it's
sure.
light blue. This is like baby blue. Again, the camera doesn't. That's pretty close from the looks of it. It's a little
Okay,
bit
so-
later than that. I love this color too.
This is the one that
I
I'm
love
the
all the
most
colors.
interested in
Polyalchemy
trying.
has really good colors.
So this
It's not
is
even just-
bronze, and it
Are those full kilos now?
750s.
That looks bigger than my spools. Maybe
It's
not. Maybe
narrow.
just
It's
camera
really
angle.
narrow.
Yeah, they're 750s.
But this bronze has this easy tone in it that just I can't wait to play with that. I got to find something good for that.
Yeah, I got the CC3D bronze, which is nice. I like
And I've got Another one I got was the Abyss Black. And I think I'm going to do the rest of this lightsaber in this Lucid Pearl. I love the names too. The names are just great.
Well, let's try and do a little print on the Lemmicore.
So this Lucid Pearl is like a silver, but it's light.
Lucent Pearl. That's
Lucid
a new color
Pearl.
too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I always wanted to try like their sandstone-y ones too.
I know. I really want the FX series. I hope they bring that back.
Oh, they didn't? I thought they did.
I don't
like-
know if they did or didn't. I just want to say I hope they bring it back because I don't know the answer. Polyalchemy.
Yeah, polyalchemy's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah, they got the new elixir.
So I'm gonna need a video from you, just about 3 seconds. I need you to just do your choice, just anything that is no llama or dumbass or just
Llama.
palm face or anything like that. But the highest resolution you can send me, just a 3 second clip. I want to get a whole bunch of people doing that because this project I'm getting ready to do is probably the stupidest freaking thing I've ever done in my life.
I don't know. I mean, that's a really hard sliding scale.
Yeah, but no, this is definitely this is on the top.
This is on the top?
This is
Okay.
the stupidest thing I've ever done.
So I'm looking at their website.
Let me
and
rephrase that. It is going to be the most dangerous, stupid thing I've ever done with 3D printing.
if you want some 285, you can get the FX series still.
If you want what?
285.
Oh, no.
But the 1.75 is all sold out. I'd imagine it's just a leftover bit of. Oh.
That's too much. That's too much. Sketch. Let's go to 14. 14. Finish. To just expand this down like a half a millimeter, 0.5. Negative 0.5. Not even that much, 0.25. So it slides in there a little easier, especially where I'm going to be using the bigger nozzle. And
What nozzle did you put in there? 6?
it's an 8.8.
Oh, yeah.
At a 0.8. That's all I've ever run on it.
0.8s are fun. You just get stuff done fast.
Yeah, I like when I mean not just base mode, but anything you get to see that layer line. You know what I mean? You do it nice and thick, and believe it or not, you get some pretty good stuff if you just do like 0.2 layers. You still get a pretty decent like print as long as you don't have like a really narrow area. You know,
Yeah, exactly. As long as you're not
void
trying to
area.
get, I think,
You
like,
can't do like spiral
well,
freaking.
I mean, this was printed with a .8 nozzle.
Yeah, the only problem I could see with that is like around the teeth with the 0.8.
So what it was is some of it also I had changed the speed of the profile mid print because it needed it. This was printed with a .8, and I mean this like it's got layer lines, right? Because it's 3D printed.
Yeah, but that's the point of the 0.8 is you almost want to see the layer lines.
At the same time, though, this thing's like just solid, and it only took 21 hours.
Yeah.
Whereas it would have taken like 3 days on a .4 nozzle.
Generic PLA slice. And we're good to go.
I got to bring these upstairs.
19 minutes. Export to local disk. You know, I really want to build like the candy shooter that what's his name made.
Oh, Nando's candy shooter?
Yeah. But like I was watching Nerd's thing there, Joel.
Yep.
I think it's designed to hold the Reese's in the wrapper, ain't it? Not out of the wrapper. That's why it's square, not round.
I don't know. He might have had Joel might have had like a mega pack or something. But it shows better.
I like at the end, I don't know if you watched that and you watched the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
At the end, he challenges Reese's to make like a supersized Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yep.
If he'd have done that like a month ago where they had time, I bet they'd do it.
Maybe.
Because they're into that kind of crap. That's a Hershey's product, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Sure. Hey, Mike. Didn't even see you in there.
Oh, we got a little bit of webbing.
What am I doing? Llama core. Heat her up. Let's heat this puppy up.
Be my cue.
Print. Upload. Drill guide G code. Is it going to overwrite the other one? No. I don't know which one's which now. Because there's two. So let's delete them both. And whoever just jumped in, you have to give me a minute because I'm working. I heard the little beat. And print. Hey, it's Dave. Mr. Pet Fang.
What's up, guys? I'm just setting up a new laptop. How are you, man?
Just peachy. Gonna be real peachy if this thing actually prints. I had it printing yesterday. It was working fine. And then everything went to hell this morning because I started dicking around in there again. Sticking my fingers where they don't belong. I'm actually
sounds like a llama thing to do.
I'm actually glad because the way that wire was, it was the green wire on the X-Stepper motor was like really wimpy. And I could see that thing breaking free in the middle of a print. So I'm glad I broke it free beforehand. So it didn't just do it on its own. Because I made it wimpy. Wimpy,
Damn it, llama.
Wimpy! Hefty. Remember that?
I got a shave, man.
Who?
I do.
Say, I just shaved yesterday. So I had a friend up from Florida for the weekend. She comes up from the Keys. And the process she had to go through to get up here is just freaking ridiculous. I mean, I get it, but she had to take a week ago, she had to take a COVID test. Then, before she can get her plane ticket, she has to get a COVID test, prove that she doesn't have COVID. Then, the day before she gets on the plane, she has to take another COVID test, which has to arrive before she actually gets on the plane. And then, when she got to Connecticut, she had to quarantine and take another COVID test before they'd let her out into the state. She took 3 COVID tests in like a week and a half.
Well, that seems legit.
Does she have to quarantine at your place now?
No, she's already going. She's going back now. She was only up here for the weekend.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, her son's here. Her son's one of these boat fanatic dudes. He like lives on a boat. He's got a.
Yeah.
He likes boats so much, even since he was a little kid. I mean, he was little and he started getting into boats. And when he was like 20, I gave him a little dinghy and it was all busted up. Little sunfish, actually.
Awkward.
And he fixed it up and sold it and bought a bigger boat and fixed it up and sold it. He's up to a 90-foot freaking sailboat now, or 72-foot sailboat. That he literally buys these kind of decrepit, beat-up ones, lives on it, fixes it up. He lives in the Virgin Islands. That's what he does. He was up here working on it because his grandfather owns the marina down here in Niantic. So it was easier for him because he pulled it up, painted the hull, and redid all the hull. So it was easier for him to sail up here and do that here than it was down there in the islands. But yeah, he like makes a living at rebuilding the boat that he's living on. He lives on it while he rebuilds it, keeps it for a year or two, sells it off for $750,000, and then buys another one.
Oh, that's crazy. That's cool.
Yeah, no, and he's like 30, and he makes a living doing it. I mean, he makes a buttload of money.
Yeah, no shit.
He makes a couple $100,000. Plus, he charters. He captains boats for other like rich people. I didn't realize how many rich people down in the Bahamas and like in the Virgin Islands and stuff have these big, massive like live on boats, and they live on the boat, and they have no idea how to sail. They never sail.
Oh God!
They just live on the
yeah.
boat. They have somebody else move them.
They call him up and it's like, dude, we want to move our boat to here, and they pay to fly him in. They fly away to wherever they want to go. He gets a crew. They sail their boat to wherever they are, meet him there, and then they fly him back to his boat.
Having a big sailboat is a status symbol.
Yeah.
But they don't, it's just like having an expensive house or,
well, I knew there was
expensive car.
a few. I mean, there's always a few people doing exotic crap like that. From what I understand, like down there in the islands, that's like 80% of the people on boats down there.
Oh,
have no clue. They don't move the boat. They hire someone else to move their boat.
Absolutely.
Around.
Absolutely.
Like, why have a boat? I mean, everybody down there, I guess, lives on boats. I mean, that's what they do. They just live on the boats.
Yeah.
Towns don't have houses. Towns are like stores and restaurants, and that's it. Bars, mostly. I don't know. I've never been down there. I've never seen that area. But the Keys are kind of like that. Every time they build a house in the Keys, a hurricane comes along and wipes it out anyway. So why build another one?
In Missouri, the Ozarks are like that. They've got these $1 million speedboats on the Ozarks, on the lake.
Yeah. Well, we get the speedboats out here. I mean, I'm right on the shore, so we get the cigarette boats, the racing.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got a lot of offshore. That's got to be pretty cool.
Yeah, well, to some extent. It kind of sucks in the summertime, because there's like 2 beach bars. There's only 2 beach bars in all of Connecticut, and they're right here, basically at the end of my driveway. They're less than a mile away. And they have a taxi from your boat to the bar. So you get on your radio when you get there with your big boat, and you say, hey, we want to come drink at your bar. And the bar sends out a dinghy and picks you up and brings you out. Well, these idiots go out there and drink all day long and then leave in their cigarette boats at like 10 o'clock at night. And all you hear is, 10 o'clock at night.
That sounds great.
You know, you're trying to sleep 10, 11 o'clock at night, and freaking they're all leaving the bar because the bar doesn't, they close them at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night unless it's, you know, something going on. So, yeah.
Well, it's a Monday.
Yeah. Well, it's too cold now. The boats are all, a lot of people still get their boat in the water up here. I am surprised. It used to be by November 1st, you had to have your boat out of the water. But, you know, you got to wait in line to get your boat pulled. And there's a lot of people, even up here now, that live on their boat. It's year round. They stay in them. They put ice warmers around them, and so they don't get ice jammed.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Around Connecticut, they stay there year round.
Year round on the boat. Lots of people do it now.
Wow. That's
a
crazy.
little much.
A lot of these boats are made to stay on year round. They're all insulated hulls, and you know.
No doubt. But Jesus, have you been on? I mean, I've been on a ton of boats. The spray coming off the ocean in that kind of
we're in the Sound.
that kind of temperature.
I'm in the Long Island Sound. We're protected by Long Island. It's not as bad here.
It's not as bad.
If you go like 10 miles that way, you're in the open ocean. But where we are, we're actually in the Sound. So if you're in one of the bays along the line, you know, right in this area, you're kind of protected. You don't get the big open swells like you do.
How far from the coast are you?
The coast?
Yeah. I mean, how close are you to the beach? To the water?
To get there there's nothing between my house and the beach other than the train tracks. But it's like a mile away because there's a swamp. My house is like,
really?
Here's the coast, and then a swamp. Not that you can see it. A swamp, and then my house. There's nothing between. The only thing that's goofy is the train tracks are at the end of my driveway, and the land on either side of my house. My house is up on a hill, but the land on either side of it is even higher because the swamp basically surrounds my house. So the train tracks are built up higher than my house.
Yeah.
Even though the ground it's kind of weird. But if the train tracks weren't there, I could see the Sound with no problem. It's
so you get
bird flies.
You get the crazy nor'easters then when they come through?
Yeah, but again, the good thing is we don't get whacked that much because the train tracks protect.
Because you're on this. Yeah.
They're a wind/water break for us. Because the train tracks are about level with my window back here. They're almost exactly level with this window. In the summertime or in the wintertime, when there's no leaves on the trees, I can look out that window and see the trains, and they're almost exactly level with me.
Are they real active, the trains?
Right now they are because they're redoing the tracks. They're putting the high speed in, so they're moving all the tracks over like a foot or some stupid things. They're literally, I don't know if you heard about it, but here in Connecticut, they're trying to put the 200-mile-an-hour train in. And so they're moving all the tracks a little bit and banking the corners so they can increase the speed of the tracks. And they've been working right out here outside because, again, it's a buildup. At the end of my driveway, you come to the end of my driveway drops like 65, 70 feet plus the height of my house and everything. You go across the swamp and then up the train tracks, and it's buildup. They built it up. It's like it should be a bridge. It's probably 100 feet in the air like this. It's just straight
Holy
up.
Shit.
You crawl if you got to crawl up it. When I was a kid, we used to go up there. You crawl hand and foot. You can't stand up on that bank. That's how steep it is. And it's 75, 100 foot buildup.
Wow.
And they're rebuilding. They're shifting it over like 5 or 10 feet because they have to move the track to smooth the corner out to make the higher speed. So they've been out there every night. They work 24 hours a day. They're out there right now. I can hear the stupid beep, 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 beep.
A little much.
Because they're moving the freaking tracks over.
Oh, that's funny.
It's really not. It's beginning to suck. They seem to be the most active, like, between 3 and 6 in the morning, because that's when the trains are the least active. because the trains are still running on it. So
Oh, you're kidding
they
me.
have to do work and be ready for the next train the next hour. And they have to get out of the way for the train to go by. They have cut the trains down to every hour. They used to be every half hour. And there's no freight trains going by now.
So
Llama,
everything is passenger.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
no, I was gonna say I gotta love you and leave you. I gotta go run some errands and do some deliveries and
Make
things
me a
like that.
video. Just a couple, 3 of them with no llama, don't do it. The idiot llama.
oh,
Something-
you llama did it up real good.
Don't llama it. Something along those lines. A couple, 3 different ones.
When do you need it?
Yeah. Sooner the better, but not right away because I haven't finished making the product yet. Plus cutting the video, so
Okay.
I'm hoping by Monday or Tuesday next week I can release the video.
Oh, sure. Okay, I got time.
All right,
Peace
coffee
out.
time for juice, which means it's pill time. My last. Oop, I got more than 2. Gonna have to go buy some more Advil tonight.
Oh man, I hear you. I've been taking that ibuprofen for that for my kidney stones. Finally got to the point where I'm not in a lot of pain now.
Oh, they didn't give you the whatever relaxant.
Yeah, they actually did, but I don't take. It was oxycodone, and I typically don't like taking this.
Oh no, they gave me because after like 24 hours of screaming fucking agony, they gave me a shot into my gut that like relaxes your bladder and everything, and it just
yeah. No, I'm taking I'm taking the pills that do that. Yeah.
I've had
I am
taking them. They freaking suck.
Yeah.
I've only had one that I ended up in the hospital for, and it wasn't.
Yeah,
even,
I went to
that big. It was just burred really bad and was like tearing my whole pecker as it went out. It hurt.
Mine
like
was inflaming my kidneys bad.
yeah.
3.5 millimeter.
Yeah, it starts out as a backache. You're like, what the fuck? It's like,
Oh,
at least for
fuck.
me, I was getting these wicked backaches.
No, it was backache. Oh God,
it
yeah. And you couldn't do anything about it. You can't get comfortable at all.
And all of a sudden, I was like, oh my God. Then it got into, in the front, and I had to pee, but I couldn't, and it hurt. Finally, I was like, oh my God. It was like laying on the floor crying like a little baby. And this was
I know.
10 years ago. My father was like,
I know.
get up, take you to the hospital.
Dude. So what are you building?
Can't say. A secret,
Okay.
stupid project.
Okay.
Really stupid. Dangerous stupid. Stupidest thing I've ever done, and it's going to be fun.
Okay. I told I have that polycarbonate coming in, so as soon as it comes in, I'll make your plates and send them to you.
Cool. I'm into that. I'll give anything a try once.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I love polycarbonate, man. I don't think I'll print on anything else now.
Well, honestly, I think that's what the TH3D bed is, isn't it? Is polycarbonate?
That's what they used to be, those blue ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I haven't replaced it. People don't realize you can take that, and after you screw it up for a while and scratch it, I just hit it with a freaking piece of sandpaper and then a piece of steel wool. And boom, it's
Yeah.
like brand new again.
Yeah. Mine ended up taking a big chunk out of it. I ended up taking a big chunk out of it, and I just didn't want to use it with a big chunk out of it.
I haven't gone that far yet. I've been using this for, God, like a year. Because I like they both sent me one. Lam Bam sent it, and then Tim sent me this. And I like them both. But I will say I prefer this bed. I mean, the magnets and the spring steel and everything, TH3D, Wham Bam, pretty much any of them, as long as you know.
It's all the same. Yeah.
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 The only one I've seen that I don't have one, but I've seen enough of them where I wouldn't buy one is the Big Tree Tech one, because they make the steel sheet so thin it's got no nut. And everyone's like, "Oh, the magnet's got no power," and I'm looking at it, I'm going, "You know what? It doesn't look like a bad magnet. I mean, it's still a refrigerator magnet like all of them are, but I don't think the magnet's bad. I think the actual spring steel is too thin, so it's not getting enough oomph behind it."
Yeah. Actually, my spring steel is even a little bit thicker than that.
Yeah, this is pretty thick. Wham Bam's is a little bit thicker than this, but I don't have any problems with either one. The only time I've had any problem is, and it was with the Wham Bam, I was printing polycarbonate, and it picked the whole freaking bed right up, peeled it right off.
Oh,
the
no
mag.
shit.
Oh yeah, peeled it right
Wow.
off the mag. Yanked it right up, curled it up like big too, like inches on one corner. I got videos of it somewhere. I let it print. I let it keep printing just for the shits of it.
I know. I
don't even
know.
remember I remember what I was printing. I was printing a shelf bracket. So, see that blue shelf bracket right there behind my mic? I was printing one of those.
Yeah.
Polycarbonate, and the corner just lifted right up. Just pulled the Wham Bam plate right up off the frickin' magnet.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that was just the filament cooling and causing it to flex.
It was because I did it on this printer with the 0.8 nozzle, with the Wham Bam and the PEX. The only thing I did is they suggested because the PEX is similar to the polycarbonate and they didn't want it to weld together. So because it was Snow Labs modified polycarbonate. They modify it for a slightly lower temperature, so it's a little easier to print.
Yeah,
and you can print it in an open printer as long as there's no airflow. Well, dumbass me had it right next to the window with the fan running, and it just went. It just ripped it right off the freaking bed.
No shit. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
And it was just glue. It was glue stick. Literally, the minute it cooled, it popped right off. It's not like it went to the freaking PEX. I still had the original sheet of PEX. I like the PEX.
But you could print the ABS without an enclosure.
It was polycarbonate, not ABS. Yeah, I could print ABS. I printed ABS on all my printers. Actually, I think this is the only one I never printed ABS on because I don't even have it anymore. I got rid of all my ABS. I don't like the smell where it's in my room.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem.
I've never printed ABS. I print a ton of TPU. I print a ton of PETG.
Yeah.
Some nylon, but I've never done ABS.
Never done nylon. It's too humid here for me to even try nylon. Where I'm right on the shoreline, it's humid.
Oh yeah,
300 days a year.
Yeah,
it's just not worth even trying. Oh crap! I never put the thing up. I just noticed that. I should do that right now. Never put the tube up. Done.
Oh,
yeah. People keep wondering how I do that. I don't know if you see that, the way it arcs up and over. It's just the wires.
Yes.
I've got, those little tool clampy pickup tools for getting into small areas. It's a big long spring with a little red button on one end and fingers on the other. I take one of those, I cut the two ends off of it and just use the outer spring.
The spring?
And that's just inside the wire.
I don't know if you can see. I use.
Yeah, but see, that's putting a lot of stress on the, and that's not doing the wires too. That's just doing the filament.
Yeah, see, and then it comes down to here, and then on this one, on all of them. This one just has TPE on it, back down.
Kind of TPE. I like TPE. I find it easier to print than TPU. I'll be printing some TPU after I figure out if this is going to work. I wonder if this is going to work right now. I should try it. Do I have how big is this? 5 millimeters? I think I did it 5 millimeters. I need a new set of frickin' calipers, I think.
I hear you.
They keep turning on and giving me weird readings and not working, and I replace the batteries, and it lasts like a day, and it goes back to being weird. And I don't even think it's the unit itself. It's just the battery clip. Doesn't seem to want to stay in there anymore. So you like move it around a couple times, and the battery like misaligns, and the whole thing shuts off or misreads. Or so it's not. These were really highly rated. It was like the eye gauge or something.
No, yeah.
Which are halfway decent. I mean, I've had it for a while.
Yeah, I bought I used the precision
next.
The performance tool. It's not it's not real cheap, and it's not real expensive, but
this was like $20, $25, I think.
Yeah,
not like the $9.99 ones on Amazon. It was a step up from that, but still not. I don't know. What's the real expensive one? Nikeo or whatever.
Well, there's a bunch of them. Starrett makes one. The high precision tool. I've got some analog. I've got some dial calipers that I use for my
I think I'm getting dial now.
I use those for my reloading.
So it's right around 5 millimeter. And of course, all I got is standard drill bits, not metric, because I am in the United States. But I think this is really close to 5 millimeters, if I remember correctly. 5.95. Nope, too big. Which means I got to go down to this one, which is I have no idea what size that is.
Okay, Llama, I got to fly, man. I just got a call.
5.5.
I got to head.
All right.
I got to head to the restaurant. See you, man.
So the 5.5 is probably fine. Rather it be a slightly oversized and underslide for this project. And I will mute my mic. And I don't think my wood bit is going to go through metal. Well, this isn't a wood bit. It's a bimetal bit, isn't it? Black oxide. No, this should go through metal. Let's be a little safer where I'm using a utility knife blade. Yeah, that bit's not going to drill through that. Oh well. I'm gotta go find one of my other bits that'll drill metal. I had a feeling this bit was either $2 or not a good bit for it. Oh well. These are kind of cheap Bosch bits, so they're not super cheap, but they weren't exactly expensive, high quality ones either. Oh well. Didn't even barely mark it, let alone drill through it. And I just printed another guide. On the Namagor. And it looks like it came out just smashingly. It should be a little easier to get the blade in there for drilling. Because I made a little wider. And a little thinner. And it is. Now it's got a little lip here in the back so I can push it out. If you can't tell, it's just a simple guide so I can drill 2 holes in the blade for mounting. And yeah, it's going to be a dumbass project because it involves utility knife blades that I have to drill through and mount, which ain't too bright. But, you know, it is me. So why would I do anything bright? Anyway, what time is it? It's 11:30. I got to go pretty soon. I might just go now. It's been a little over an hour. Put some stuff away. The llama core is running again, so I can put the cover back on. Everything's running, although I do want to mount the fan. I put a little fan on the bottom to cool the drivers. Not that you can see it. Can you see that? Yeah, it's literally sitting in there at an angle right there. That's a fan. It's a little shitty Noctura fan. And it's just blowing up over this. There's one up here too. But I'm going to mount that proper underneath here so it blows up over the drivers. Just to be safe. But anyway, I'm going to kill it, guys. Y'all have a good day. Somebody's streaming today, later. Oh, isn't tonight, hot makes, but they're not hot making anymore. They're interviewing. Clock Spring, I think, is today. He's doing a clock spring interview. Cock Spring. Anyway, I'm out. Seizures.